Parthenogenesis is the ability for some insect species to have offspring without sexual relations. The account in Genesis 3:15, seed of the woman, depicts a savior that will undo the fall of mankind from the Garden of Eden and the redemption from that fall. It's a seed of the woman, not the seed of a man, that undoes this. Now, Jesus was supposedly birthed from his mother without sexual intercourse, which apparently the sexual intercourse was what caused the fall of mankind in the Garden of Eden. This is not the story told in Mesopotamian texts. It's the story told by the Jews. So why didn't the Jews accept the story of Jesus being birthed from a woman's seed, as the redemption of mankind? Well, they're looking for the redemption of a country called Israel, which there's absolutely no archaeological evidence that had ever existed prior to May 14th, 1948. So the Jews get to tell a story full of lies, reject their Messiah, but the rest of the world has to embrace him. This puts them in an advantageous situation of not having to abide by Christianity. But the vast majority of Christians believe that the Jews will come to recognize this Messiah, Jesus, at the end of days, at the end of an eon, at the end of an age. Well, if the Moses story and the Exodus from Egypt didn't happen, which apparently it did not, then they've duped the whole Christian world. An age, an eon, is not the world. I'm sure everybody knows what the world is, and that's what it says in English. It's not what it says in Greek. The Greek Septuagint, the Greek New Testament is talking about an age. So what is an age or an eon? It's definitely not the world. The Masons teach that there are ages, which is associated with constellations and procession, and the time that it takes for procession to make a loop, complete a cycle. Supposedly this is, somewhere around 2,000 years, and they multiply 360-degree circle to figure that out. Well, the Bible God, El, is supposed to have happened in the age of Taurus. And the ram god was the new age. This is when Moses supposedly took the Hebrew people and a mixed multitude. It's a mixed multitude out of Egypt. And the sacrifices changed from the bull sacrifices to the ram sacrifices. And this is the age of Aries, the ram. Well, if you subtract 4000 BC, somewhere around 4000 BC, which was supposed to be the creation of the world, Anno Mundi, Anno Mundi, somewhere around 4000 BC, and you subtract the Moses account, which chronologically the Bible shows was 1500 BC, that's not a turning of an age. So then you come to Jesus and the Pisces, the fish, and that's supposed to be another age, which we would say is, 1 AD, 1 BC to 1 AD. That's from Moses' 1500 BC. That's still not an age. So it's all nonsense. The seed of the woman, the Genesis 3:15 account, is where we get parthenogenesis. The Parthens are Iranian people. They're the Farsi. I mean, are we supposed to believe that the Parthens had the ability to have offspring? Their females were supposed to have offspring without sexual intercourse? Is this what they're trying to tell us in the Bible? This is nonsense. But it's interesting to think about. Obviously, if science decided to name parthenogenesis and have the definition, a natural, in nature, natural ability, it's interesting. Did women used to have the ability to have offspring without men? Is there any evidence of this? And at some point in time, did this stop? Maybe when males and females who were separated genders in the Garden of Eden started having sexual intercourse to have offspring? This is what the Bible's telling you. The Jesus character is saying that they don't marry and aren't given in marriage in heaven. So when St. Augustine of Hippo decided to write his magnum opus, The City of God, he was talking about the New Jerusalem that was going to come down from heaven. This is likened to the Greek Olympian age, a return to the golden age when everything was fine, everything was perfect, there was no problems in the world, there were no wars, the gods ruled the earth. Well, if the gods did live here on earth in a golden age, there's no writing in the Greek text that says it's going to return to that. This is a Jewish teaching. And they don't have to believe in Christianity. I mean, if the whole world believed in Christianity and we're all nice little sheep buying gold from Jesus, it'd be nice. You can have your liberal paradise. You could have your communism. You could have your paradise on earth. But we have a distinct religious people who say they are genetically pure, who don't have to believe this, and they're against you. They oppose your religious teachings, and you give them a free pass to have thousands of years to work against you. This is self-destructive. So, don't complain when they do rule the earth and create a golden age, which is nothing like you're going to expect, because they're going to have all the money, they're going to have all the gold, they're going to be in complete control, and you're not. That's all.